Hi, welcome to this week's GMBN Tech Show. Coming up on the show this week,
we got some new wheels from Nukeproof and Reynolds.
Some very cool gear from PNW.
And Bluegrass bring out a new full-face helmet.
And some really cool stuff for you lot, including a bamboo bike.
Ooh. So, Doddy, you had a bit of a busman's holiday yesterday and worked on a bike. Did a quick job for a friend, did you?
Yeah, something like that. So it was my sister's bike. Yeah, okay. So she's got an e-bike and she had a few issues recently. So a while back she snapped off her left-hand brake lever, just had a crash or whatever. So I fixed that for her. So now I've become the go-to to fix the bike, which is just cool. Sister helps me out. So yeah, no worries, I'll fix your rear brake for you. So look at the brake and it's had a leak. Can't figure out where it's come from. Could be the pistons, could be the hose, a bunch of things. And actually I think it came from a little split in the hose. So I was like, right, let's change the hose, no problem at all. So whip the caliper off, undo the lever, and start realising some of the things that's going on the bike here, right? So firstly, to even like get rid of that rear brake hose through the internal routing of the bike, got to basically take the shock out, take the back end off, yeah, just to get access there. Got to drop the motor out. And to drop the motor out, you've got to take the chainring off the motor, which needs a special tool. Luckily, I've got that tool, except the one that I had didn't fit because the chainring had a special shape. So I had to order another one. So 45 quid later, I ordered a Shimano version of that same tool to undo that. Then I take the battery out because it's almost like a wiring loom on a car these days. It's not so much like internal cable routing anymore. And then there's a headset, of course, with internal cable routing going in through the headset. So I've got half the flipping bike everywhere in my workshop to change a brake hose on there. And yeah, all right, the end result is fine. It's done, it looks clean, it works. But it's just like, oh my God, if I was in a bike shop, I'd be in despair about things like that because I can feel some people will be like, that's fine, the mechanic in the shop can just charge more labour. But it's like, it's not about that. It's about how much time a mechanic's going to spend doing that and they can't do other jobs. It just seems bonkers to me. So I guess really, dear bicycle industry, can you please stop designing things that just look beautiful? Can you make them easy to work on for mechanics and people at home? Thanks. Well, more to the point then, has anyone else out there had a mechanical nightmare? I'm sure you've all been tinkering with something, putting some tubeless sealant in, it's gone up the wall or whatever. Let us know, come on, there could be some funny ones out there. We did do this a long time ago. I seem to remember there being some really good answers. So get involved in the comments, let us know what mechanical nightmares you've had. Okay, and into news then, and I guess first up this week is some new wheels from Reynolds. So Reynolds, no doubt, make lovely wheels from carbon fibre. And on screen you're going to see a bunch of images of their new wheel sets. You've got the 307 and the 309 wheels. The 307 stands for 27.5 and the 309 for 29. And they're for enduro and for downhill. So they've got lots of different versions available here. So more pictures on screen. So you've got the Black Label Enduro Pro, the Black Label Enduro Expert, Black Label Downhill Expert and the TR Enduro. So the most important thing really about these to discuss is the fact they've got a new rim design. So the rim is wider and it's shallower, and the aim really is to give more comfort and compliance, a bit more vertical compliance. It's something that people have been touching on before. We've seen similar sort of approaches from Zip with the 3.0 Moto wheels and from Crank Brothers. And this is essentially where Reynolds have been going here. No doubt with the help from their team racers and riders, trying to fine tune the combination of the sort of stiffness that you want from carbon, but also that compliance, because it's not only more forgiving on your hands, but it gives you a bit more comfort and grip as well. Okay, so I'm going to tech bump here. So the rims have gone down from 26 to 20.5 mil. That's the height of the rim there, so reducing some of that, increasing spoke length, so a little bit more flex going on there. They're 30 mil wide internal channels with 37 mil wide externals on them. They're an asymmetrical design, so ultimately, especially for the rear end, you're going to get a stronger wheel design on there. Now the Pro versions come with the i9 Hydra hubs, so they've got 0.52 degrees of engagement on them. The Expert and the TRs come with the Ringley Bubba hubs and the Super Bubba X hubs. So the Bubbas have got 4 or 8 degrees, so kind of an old school name as well, the Bubba hubs, I remember them from way back. And the Super Bubba X with 4 degrees. As I said, 27.5 and 29, that's the 307 and 309. The Enduro's got 28 hole, the Downhill got 32 hole, and all of the wheels are sub 2,000 grams. The 27.5s tend to be about 100 grams less in terms of weight, in the region of 1,700 to 1,800 grams. The Black Label Pros are $2,229 US, Black Label Experts $1,899, and the TRs $1,449 Not cheap, but they're certainly going to be super high-end wheels.
They look good, and I like saying Super Bubba Hub.
Super Bubba.
Super Bubba Hub, that's nice. It's surprising what a small difference can really change a wheel. And speaking of which, Nukeproof have just released a new wheel set, the Horizon Pro. So building on the existing Horizon V2 and the Neutron V2 as well, they wanted to bring out a Pro version that boasts about 20% lighter, thanks to a few little tweaks. So check these out on screen here. So they are running a 54-tooth ratchet system, whereas previously the Horizons were 102-tooth 6-pull. They say this ratchet system is more compact and also more reliable, and it all sort of gains towards that them trying to save weight on this whole wheel set. They're also going for straight spokes as well instead of J-bend, again for strength and weight. And they've also machined the hubs, polished them to an absolute gorgeous silver finish there, and etched everything in for strength and beauty. And just like the old Horizons, they've also got the double enduro bearings on both sides with that double lip in there, that kind of labyrinth system to seal them in away from dirt and water, and they've packed them full of grease as well. So they're available in 29 or 27.5, SRAM XD or Shimano Hyperglide or HG, sorry, and Microspline as well. The front will be $229 or pounds, and the rear will be £369 or $399.
Very nice, nice stuff.
Shiny though.
Got a few bits here from P&W, that's Pacific Northwest to you and me. A friend of ours dropped on by just for us to have a look at. They do some pretty cool stuff. I actually want to show you the dropper post. This is the Loam dropper post, and it's got a few very cool features about this that you won't see on other people's posts. You've got little colour coordinated rubber bands. You get these in, I think it's 8 different colours. Yeti blue, yeah, for example. This post obviously isn't extended at the moment, but the coolest thing, if I can just extend this. There you go. Ta-da! Now the coolest thing with these posts, they come in 4 different drops, so 125, 150, 170 and 200s, and the typical size is 30.9, 31.6 and 34.9. But you can also change the drop of each one of the posts by 25mm, literally by unscrewing it. It's quite a cool system. You've got essentially a bush on the inside here. I'll just show you, and it's got some markings on here, and you literally change the position, and it's even got markings on there so you can see. So really there's a lot of different adjustability available to you. You can colour coordinate them to your bike. Now it doesn't come with an actual drop post lever, but the lever they make, I've got to say this is probably the nicest looking one I've seen. Now they're available to suit iSpec, EV, iSpec 2, SRAM, all the usual suspects, as well as Bandon. And you guessed it, you've got the same rubber pad system, so you can have the colours to coordinate with your post or with your bike. It's a lovely, lovely construction. You feel the bearing in that. It's really heavy duty, really solid. So the posts retail for $210 in the UK. You can also adjust the return speed as well, almost like the rebound, just by changing the air pressure in those. The Loam lever, this is generation 2 by the way, and it comes with a 22.2mm clamp, as well as being compatible with the Shimano and SRAM options. Is 70 quid, and it's stainless steel hardware on there. And they've got some really nice grips as well. So single collar grips, super soft rubber compound on these. These ones kind of like the fashionable tan or gum colour at the moment.
Matchy-matchy.
Yeah, matchy-matchy, so you can tailor all your stuff together. Now they do these in a regular, which is I think 30mm, and an XL, which is 34mm in thickness there. So for big hands or regular hands, they're 26 quid. And then a little cool hip pack, which I quite like. You've got a little bottle carrier. Papoose that you can remove. It's actually big enough for a camera. I've used this. Took this to a festival the other day actually and put my little Fuji camera in it. But handy little bag. It's made from that real cool sailcloth fabric. So it's really thick, heavy duty stuff that looks easy to jet wash. These retail for about 80 quid. I think they're in a sale at the moment. But real nice brand. Check them out.
Nice. So Bluegrass have released a brand new full face helmet, and this is more of a, well, you can say it's like a semi full face in that it is very well vented. They're focusing on it being a lot lighter than a standard full face helmet. However, it is still downhill certified and e-bike racing certified as well. So check this out on screen. They'll be using the MIPS C2 in there. They've got a removable mud grill on the chin guard, which is already very well vented, but you can add a little cover cover to keep dirt and grit out of your face if you want to. There's a flexible and breakaway visor, 24 vents in there for a full face is pretty cool. Fidlock magnetic buckle as well, and then a couple of these C-shaped pads which come in different sizes so you can adjust them and also adjust the fit, and it does have a retention system which is always nice in a full face as well. They'll be available in 2 different models. There'll be the Vanguard at €270, be weighing 690 grams, and then with a few extra features, the Vanguard Core is at the top of the range, which is €330 or £290 or $350, and loads of colours.
Very nice. Next up, something that was sent in from some amazing GMBN Tech viewers a fair time ago, but kind of forgotten about it. Sorry, guys. So this is from Straightforward, which, if I literally turn that on, you might have a guess what this is for.
Wow.
Already. This is right up my street. So this is sent in by Dutch MTB enthusiasts, Rick and Bernard. Thank you so much for sending this in. These are available to buy. Currently €69 you can get them for. And if straightening your handlebars is something that's caused you grief as it has for my whole life, then you're probably like this, like me. I just think it's awesome.
If you're obsessed with tools and you need a tool when you don't really need a tool for something.
Everyone says M+1 with bikes, but we all really know it's for the tools.
Oh, is this additively manufactured? 3D printed?
Yeah, literally they printed that one at home.
Yeah, it's a lovely colour.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Yeah, there's various colours available.
Maybe I do need a tool.
I like the feature of it. But yeah, there's not much to say. You put it on your handlebars, literally like strap it on and line it up with your tyre. It's dead simple and it works and it's cool. However many people need them at home, I'm not sure. But
I don't know, let us know down in the comments below. Would you use a tool for straightening your wheel? You would, because you love tools.
I have, and I do, and I will. Yeah, thank you, I love it.
Well, tenuously speaking of wheels, the new the old existing Canyon Torque in the mullet or mixed wheel spec is now available in all models and all sizes. And there is all of the models in the Canyon Torque, so the aluminium, the carbon, different specs, whether you want Fox, RockShox, electric or mechanical gears. There's probably a model out there for you, including the Canyon DH Collective Torque, which is like with the triple clamp forks on a Torque.
Bet you can have a handlebar straight on that.
You definitely need one of those, because there's no stem to line up with.
On. Maybe that's what I've been doing wrong all these years.
Yeah, exactly. So do check out Canyon if you are interested, or you are always interested in a mullet Torque and you wanted it in a different spec or a size.
And just one random one I just spotted when I was doing some work this morning on Instagram is this awesome looking bike that BergTech posted. So it's a Nukeproof reactor, but fully like rasted up. It's got obviously BergTech everything on there. Some PT's valves are spotted on there as well, but it's just the whole colour and the detail, down tube graphics. You know, it's still a bike that you can buy, and they've obviously just had the graphics made. And I think it's great. I think that's probably like in the spirit of as far you can customise a bike without getting custom paint jobs and stuff done on it. And I'd love to know what you've done to your bikes. Come on. Yeah. There's a lot of you out there that I know you've all got great bikes. It doesn't matter what they cost you. It could be an entry-level bike, it could be a crazy expensive bike, but if you've done something to it to make it cooler than it was when you got it, show us it. Show us your bike.
Send it into the uploader, link below. That is a top mod in my eyes. In fact, I was at the British Enduro Champs last weekend. There was people there who'd sprayed up their forks, their lowers on their forks. They've changed graphics and all sorts. That's a top mod and we want to see it. So send her in.
Where are you? Get involved down there. The link is there. Please do send us your stuff.
Please. So I freshly got back from Bentonville, and well, I might as well just throw to myself in the past in Bentonville talking to Annika for the quiz. Oh. Check this out. So I'm here in Bentonville, USA with local resident Annika Beerton for a special edition quiz, this tech show. What's our first question, Annika?
Okay, the first question is, Alpine Stars makes really nice mountain bike gear, but what did they start it with?
Second question is, Annika is a 4-cross world champion, but how many times has she earned that title? Third question.
And the third question is, who started building the trails here in Bentonville, Arkansas?
All right, into comments then. So last week's show was Rich actually and Neil out in Bentonville. So I've put some comments in from the week before where we're talking about tech. You know, can it make you a better rider or does it just make it a better experience? And really good varied comments in there actually. First one was from Christian, who says, I'd say the switch to 29-inch wheels improves my riding. You can do more on routes and rough terrain. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. They can. Again, I don't necessarily think they make you better. I think they just make you enjoy it more and open your eyes to what you can do on the bike. Like, I'm all for the tech.
Yeah, for sure. Gaddo Bronx says here, I agree that better tech won't make you better, but it does give you a psychological advantage and at times gives you more confidence to challenge yourself more, which in turn makes you a better rider.
Yeah, all right. That is absolutely fair.
It's like wearing,
when you believe in it.
Yeah, it's like having a red bike or wearing red makes you faster. Or like boxers. There was an experiment where boxers were more aggressive if they wore red shorts.
Really?
Yeah, it's literal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know a good example of that is in just like the belief in ability and what you can do? Well, it actually kind of goes the opposite way almost completely, because I've seen Neil ride an absolute POS, I'll just say. It was a very, very, very budget old tatty bike he got from a car boot itself, like a tenner or something. Incidentally, it was my first ever mountain bike that I had. Yeah. And it had slick tyres on it. It had cantilever brakes with worn out pads, steel rims, so the brakes didn't even do anything, fully rigid, and he rode that about as fast as he'd ride a normal bike. And it's because he just doesn't give a shit. He just, it points it down the hill and he goes. And, you know, he's got all the skill and he's riding no tech whatsoever.
I think he likes being the underdog though, and pushing it hard.
Yeah, but it's hopefully there's some video clips of it from the Forest Team, because I was just laughing my arse off because he was just going so fast, sticking turns with slick tyres. It's like, didn't make any sense to me.
Wish I had that talent. So I've got another one from Dennis Christensen, who says, to me, the tech supports a broader realm in which I can develop my skills. I brought a total basic bike, rode it, was okay, but better brakes gave me confidence on the descents, better tyres gave me more confidence in corners, better forks gave me more confidence on rough stuff. So, yeah, I mean, it does help. It's that
psychological thing again then.
Is it psychological? Is it, you know, allowing you to not hold back?
Well, I think we both know that like any tyre could slip on a wet route, but if you know that you've got good tyres, you're going to believe that they hook up more. Obviously they will, but you still got to believe that, I think.
For sure.
But yeah, all right, so yeah, tech can, to a degree then. OmniStar says going from really, really narrow bars up to like 780s, that made a pretty big difference. But then again, I'm sure Sam Pilgrim with a steering wheel bike would prove me wrong on that as well.
That guy can ride anything.
You can't include Sam Pilgrim on this.
He's an anomaly.
He went to Vanta Jam last year, I think it was, and some people are struggling to get through, and he sails on through with a flipping steering wheel on his bike.
He did, didn't he?
But yeah, so Beck McConnell, or actually, sorry, she's married now, so Beck Henderson now, she runs 630mm bars on her cross-country bike.
Is she tiny though?
Don't know. Is it relevant?
Just saying. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not.
She runs tiny little bars and she shreds. And I'm sure there's loads of other riders who do that. But yeah, narrow bars definitely are not good for handling in respects to wide bars. But the wide bars have a problem as well. I was out at the weekend and it felt like I was almost in borderline of slashing my arms off because it was just so overgrown everywhere. And
yeah, and also if you ride in Scotland in those trees, you need 740 bars to get around. But yeah, anyway, so Rule R says, and I think this sums it all up, tech can't make you a better rider, but it will absolutely make you ride better.
Amen to that. There we go, that's where we're trying to get to in the first place. Thanks for great comments, everyone.
Okay, I've got a top mod for you here, and this really is a top mod. This is from Westport, New Zealand. Now it says author cane, and the bike is bamboo. Come on, tell me, is this really bamboo cane?
Please be
Come
real.
on, or is this New Zealand humour? I don't know. Anyway, this cane has built up his own bike made out of bamboo completely. Look at it, and he's even, the lugs are even coloured, and he's colour matched his forks as well, which is just like all of the top mods all at once. I absolutely love this. He said his favourite features are how dampened the bamboo feels when riding over rocky terrain. You know, that's something I wouldn't really consider with it. I always thought it was quite a brittle.
Stiff. I thought.
Yeah, I thought it was mega stiff as well, but apparently not. but apparently it destroys climbs as well. So yeah,
Nice.
I'm amazed. That is absolutely stunning. I love it.
I love the homemade jig.
Yeah.
Blake should learn from you. It was really cool what Blake did, but if he had a jig, his bike actually would be pretty straight. I reckon it'd be well good.
Oh, so funnily enough, he says in his comments that he built the bike with very similar geo to Blake's.
The Scout.
Yeah, Scout.
Yeah.
Inspired by Blake. Now he needs to be inspired by you, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the finish on your bike looks amazing, to be fair. Looks really good.
We're quite familiar with the Bamboo Bicycle Club, haven't we?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's not the first time we've
one of the
seen.
first groups that offered it as it's like a kind of what the Bicycle Academy was. You go and learn to build your own bike, pretty much.
Yeah, I remember always seeing them at the Handmade Bike Show. It's yeah, they're always pretty cool. But guys, have you built a bamboo bike, or have you built any bike out of steel, something in your own shed? That is definitely a top mod, and we definitely want to see it. So do upload it in the link below, and we'll try and feature it on a show like this.
Yeah, and the same goes for rewind, retro, old stuff, old tat if you're Anna, but old nostalgic stuff if you're me. And the same for bike caves. If you've got somewhere cool that you work on your bike, or somewhere that's not cool and you want to make it cooler, send it to us. In fact, send us anything. Just send us your stuff.
Please send
down
us
there.
stuff.
Anything you like.
Well, let's throw back to myself in the past for those quiz answers. So, Annika, what did Alpine Stars start with?
They actually started with hiking boots.
Oh my days,
Yeah,
I didn't know
boots
this.
and shoes.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And Annika here is a, well, 4-cross world champion, and she has earned that title 3 times. That's
Yeah.
cool. And so who started the trails here?
So the trails actually started with the Waltons, the
Wow.
grandsons. Yeah, they started digging here on the first trail, and look where we are now. So it's pretty amazing. Yeah.
That's the guys who started Walmart, isn't
Exactly.
it? Yeah.
So we all shop local here. We all shop at the Walmart.
Okay, well, I guess that's the end of this week's show.
It is.
Been the first one with you for a
I
for a bit long
know!
time.
It's good to have the old band back, eh?
It is. Well, a little bit envious of the trip to Bentonville because it does look up my street.
It
I know
is.
some people are like, oh, it's not real mountain bike. It's like, I don't care, it looks fun.
No, you
Messing
would
around on bikes.
love it. It is like Jurassic Park meets Disneyland meets mountain biking, which is all of the things you love.
Yeah.
And it's all about playing. It's not like racer tracks, it's play.
Did I hear you say that once you got there, you basically didn't use a car as well? You just
No,
would
never.
ride to everywhere you filmed?
Absolutely.
That
'cause
doesn't happen anywhere with our job, by the way. It's
No.
a bit of a nightmare sometimes. So
It is amazing. There is a trail that links absolutely all of the trails, and we just linked them all up. It was like the circle line to all of the tube stations. Amazing.
amazing. Well, keep an eye out for loads of content from Bentonville from Anna on this channel, and obviously over on GMBN as well. Leave us some feedback in the comments down there, and we'll see you next week.
Bye!
Bye. Adios.